Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Laws of Business Breakthroughs, hosted by Bimal Shah, the founder of Rashparth Achievers. I'm also one of your co-hosts, Blanca. How are you this evening, Bimal?
Awesome. How are you, Blanca? I heard you had a great week.
I have to tell you, everybody out there who's watching, if you're not coaching with Bimal, you're definitely missing out. I can tell you, I've been coaching now with Bimal for over a year and a half. I mean, I guess we're almost getting
Yeah.
on 2 years pretty soon. And it's changed my entire mindset toward my business. And we had a pretty unbelievable coaching session. What was it, about a month ago, Bamal, that we had that session?
Yes.
And the business breakthrough that Bamal taught me was to change my mindset. I think I was feeling overwhelmed, approaching too many clients. And Bamal taught me focus on a smaller number of the people that are in your immediate circle. Start with that. And so I was able to actually 5X an existing client. And it was really a huge accomplishment. And I really attribute that to your guidance, Bamal. So thank you very much for that.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And it not only 5x, but you also improved the revenue per customer. So, you could be making 10 times more with 1/10 of the number of customers.
Yeah, and I think it's helped me prioritize as far as I want to do more custom work on less clients as opposed to servicing too many clients.
Yes.
So of course we'll discuss that as the business model of the Laws of Life company evolves. So what are you teaching us tonight, Bamal Shah?
So this is one of the things that entrepreneurs feel that they have to go above and beyond, to serve their customers, and they want to do that, but they don't want to feel like they're giving away too much. So here I'm going to discuss a strategy where you can go way above and beyond for your customers and not feel like you are going above and beyond for your customers.
Oh, that is hard. That's not easy.
Right. So this is what I'm going to share how you can do that. So one of the systems I've created, it's called the Message Foundation. There's a link. You can go to bit.ly. You can post the link. If you go to that tool, what it does, it basically helps you craft a conversation with your dream come true customer. And once you craft that conversation with your dream come true prospect, you actually can use the words you write in that to create messages everywhere, whether it's your email, whether it's your mail, whether it's your banner, whether it's your Google ads, whether it's things you handwrite, whether you're talking on the phone. It doesn't matter what type of marketing you do. You can use this one tool, one conversation piece to show how you are going above and beyond without you having to go above and beyond for your customers. So it's an amazing system, amazing tool, an amazing resource that helps you do that. And now once you do that, the next tool that you can actually put it in stages and projects and teams is the Process Innovator. So the Process Innovator actually puts it in projects. Okay, this is stage one, this is stage two, this is stage three. And they can get that tool at bit.ly, the Process Innovator. So that's how you can actually create. And the success story, what you shared, the way it happens, and I've created a system, it's called the Value Creator. And the Value Creator basically helps you sell the value instead of wanting to sell your price. So you never have to worry about, this is my price, this is what I'm worth. I should be getting paid for that. Customers don't buy into that, but you say, okay, I'm going to create $100,000 value. I'm going to create a $500,000 value for you, and only I'm going to ask is 10% of that. It's very easy for the customer to cut you a check for that $50,000 because you're creating a $500,000 value. And I can tell you a true story about a company that was chasing a $500,000 contract and were draining their resources, and it was taking them 9 months to close a deal. And we built a product that was $25,000, and they would close it in a week.
Wow, that's
So,
amazing.
and all we did was, showed the company a report of $100,000, stop the $100,000 leak. And that basically was a leak clarifier. And you would stop $100,000 of leak in advertising waste. and they would sell that to the companies, and they would get their foot in the door with that product. So that is the key, create the value, sell the value, and you would automatically get in for the big money without having to sell it.
I love it. I mean, that's a great foot in the door philosophy. Tell me more.
So the basically the value is, you have to have a system where you say, okay, and I'll give you an example. Let's say if you generate 5 leads for a customer, okay, and those leads, you can say, okay, what is each lead worth for you? How many of the leads that you get, you close? Now you're in digital marketing, so I'm using, your example so you can relate to it. So let's say each leads, and we have talked about this before, the ITV, the LTV, and the ATV. If you remember in an episode before,
Yes.
initial transaction value, and you said, what are these acronyms? What so it's the annual transaction value, the lifetime value, and the initial transaction value. So if you know that lead's worth, now you can say, okay, you're going to close 80% of this leads, and let's say the 5 leads you get, and let's say the lifetime value is $40,000. Okay, then those 5 leads are worth $200,000.
Okay.
Okay, now let's say you close 4 out of the 5, you're going to close, roughly $160,000 worth. Now, if I were to work with you where you can get, until you close the leads, you don't pay me, and you pay me as you close the leads, would you be willing to pay me 10% of what you collect on the leads? So if you think about that, and if you made 160, you would make $16,000. Now, previously, that number would be way beyond your dreams. You would say, well, there's no way the client is going to pay me that for my services. But if you stick and build a process that, hey, we will follow through and make sure that you close this, you make a lot of money. And there are companies, and there are marketing companies, who say that, okay, we'll collect 15%, 10% when you close, and they make a ton of money.
Wow. That's incredible. Um, Absolutely amazing. There's a lot of different ways, and it's all about, like you said, the process. So the process innovator helps the entrepreneur identify the steps of the process that's creating value for the customer.
Absolutely, the stages. And it also actually helps them build a dream come true experience as well. So if you scan the QR code, there is one of the tools is called Be the Only One. Now, we have talked about this before, that being different is better than better, right?
You
So
talk about that a lot.
yeah. So, you have to be different because, everybody, when you're different, you're the only one. They can't price shop you if you are totally different and what you offer is so unique. Sorry about that.
No problem. Well, that's very true. And being different is being special. And you do have to find ways to distinguish yourself. Do you have any tips on how to be different? Any ideas on that?
So that's one of the tools, if they use the process innovator tool, it actually helps them be different. Because
Really?
what
Okay.
because what people do is they focus on the product and service. Instead of focusing on the product and service, focus on the process and on the process of how you do things, because nobody does the same thing the same way,
That's true. Nobody
right?
does. And that's true. What, but in
So,
your experience, do you think the most common distinguishing factor is the process, or is it an event? What makes people really attractive? How do we make ourselves more attractive by being more different? What have you seen out there? Anything exciting?
so attraction, if you think about the word attraction, okay, attract is tied to an intent, the why. Action is tied to an action. So you need to have a very strong why. Why should people come to you? Why do you do what you do? For example, my why is taking your 3 year goal and helping you get there in 1 year, making pioneers out of entrepreneurs. It's a very solid, strong why that, okay, if you work with us, we'll help you save 2 years out of your life. Now, there's not people out there where you can price shop. What is the price of achieving your 3-year business goal in 1 year? You can't Google that, right?
No,
So
you can't.
so that's so that's different. Right. So that makes you totally different and unique. And nobody else is doing that. But if I put my price tag as a business coach or as a business consultant, or what is the value of a business consultant? They will give you an hourly rate. Google will, do that. And then you put yourself as a commodity when you put yourself in a category. Be so good that you don't fit in a category.
Oh,
Okay.
what a law of business breakthrough there. Sheesh.
Yeah. So be so good, be so creative, be so innovative that you are not able to fit yourself in a category. You have a category of your own. Okay. And that way people will know that, hey, this is totally different. So when people ask, are you a consultant, but you also do grants, or you're a grant writer? Oh, but you also recruit people, so you're a recruiter. Oh, you also help on marketing. Oh, so you're a marketer. So none of these categories, these collectively category, they collectively define me, and I help you accelerate your business in helping you achieve your 3-year business goal in 1 year. So that's where you want to see it. So, if you put yourself in a category, and let's say when you were to introduce yourself, so hi, I'm Blanca, I'm a marketer. So when you put yourself as a digital marketer, you have put yourself in a category. But now if you say, hi, I'm Blanca, but I bring dream come true customers to you every month. Okay. Now,
Digital Dream Consultant. How do you like that title? Digital Dream
exactly.
Consultant. I think I like that one better.
Well, again, you want to present the results. So here's what I would say: definitive, deliverable, desirable, measurable, valuable result. Think
Ooh.
about that, those 5 key words. What's a definitive, deliverable, desirable, measurable, valuable result you bring to your customers? And if you can pinpoint that we bring 10 or more dream come true customers to you every month, and you say that's the result we deliver, and you build a flawless process for the same, you'll be rocking.
Wow, that's inspiring. It's very inspiring. And I truly believe that everybody out there watching, you need the assistance of Bimal because to help. It's so important to discuss process, to break down process, to break down the phases. And I was the head of a publicly traded corporation. I created the processes for Aquin's litigation department for 5 years. So I understand process very well. But many of us out there watching may not. And therefore, I highly encourage you to work with Bimal because he can help you create your corporate binder, help you create processes that are going to also make you more valuable, but they're also going to build your confidence in the sales conversation.
Right. And this process is where the innovator tool is very unique because it not only builds the process, but it actually innovates your process. It actually continually improves your process. And it's a timeless tool because it keeps on helping you improve on an ongoing basis. You don't have to go back and think how to improve. The tool does it for you. So that's the beauty about it. It's an amazing resource.
Well,
So
anybody out there that has a question, you can win a free copy of Bimal's book by asking an amazing and engaging question. And he is a wealth of information and he's creating wealth for all of his clients because he's teaching all of us how to design process, how to use all of his tools like the 1 year breakthrough, irresistible offers, and of course, the process innovator. What's your favorite tool, Bimal? What do you love the most?
So the process innovator is a great tool because it connects all the resources and it helps you start wherever you want to in whichever area of your business you want to. So it is not related to one specific. It could work in any area of your business on anything because everything you need to put into a process. Everything requires a process. Everything has a beginning, middle, and an end. And then once you craft it out, you can make amazing miracles from the same.
That is amazing. I mean, for those of you who didn't see me at the beginning of the show, Bamal has really been helping the Laws of Life Corporation grow. He's been changing my mindset, helping me improve my process, helping me work with my circle of friends and family, and building my business. And I highly encourage you to reach out to Bimal Shah, the founder of Rajparth Achievers, and visit his website, scan the QR code on the screen, check out all the tools that he has to help us be creative and find our own category. What an amazing law of business breakthrough. If there's any questions or comments, drop them in the chat right now, because I'd love to give Bimal a question if anybody has one. So Bimal, would you say this is your favorite law of business breakthrough? Create your own
Well,
category
try
thing?
to get better every single time. So it's, improve all the time, continual improvement.
I love it. And I just want to say it's so important to have a coach, because when I work with Bimal, he's a sounding board. And doesn't mean he has to agree or disagree with any of my ideas, but he can help carve them, help sculpt them. It takes a village. Just like it takes a village to raise a child, it takes a village to raise a company. It's the exact same process. It takes a lot of different mindsets and brains to raise that company to success. So Bimal, thank you for an amazing episode today.
Thank you, Blanca. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here.
You're welcome. Everybody scan the QR code and stay in touch with Bimal Shah. We'll see you here every Tuesday at 6 o'clock p.m. Thank